Hello. It feels like I have gone from not doing any live videos in this group to doing them every other day, which I hope you don't mind, but it's usually just after like something just happened for me regarding my practice or talking to my clients about it. And I talked to my client Rachel about this today, so I figured I would share with you my like semi sort of script for all of my fellow, like fake extroverts, introverts hiding in extrovert clothes, or people who have a little bit of like social anxiety or any anxiety. I thought I would share this with you because this is definitely like a tactic that really helps me in, I believe and hope, like maintain a leadership role, authority, and maintain my composure, and like gives me a little bit more time to think. This video is titled like how not to panic or get tongue-tied when somebody is approaching you about working with you. So what I just talked to my client Rachel about was, if like we picture an example of, maybe you're at the gym and somebody approaches you about working with for PT, and like you're just kind of like coming out of like workout mode, like you're kind of on personal time, and somebody comes up to you and then you just, I've done it before, just like completely panic, just say what sounds like gibberish, and hope for a good result. And I still definitely have trouble with this, but this script has helped a lot. So here's how it goes. So imagine somebody comes up to you and they're like, hey, my friend told me that you are a therapist and I've been having pain in my shoulder. I was wondering if you could like help me, or I was wondering if you could offer like a couple of tips and tricks. And instead of like immediately going, oh yeah, sure, like tell me about your shoulder pain. Does it hurt when you do this, that, blah, 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 and having like this really long drawn out conversation, my go-to is to tell that person like, yeah, absolutely. I've worked with a lot of people who have shoulder issues. Tell me a little bit more about what's going on. And usually the person will tell you a little bit more about their shoulder in like 30 seconds or so. Like it's not typically like a long drawn out story, but I ask for like a little bit of context to see, like if like it would be helpful to continue the conversation. And then key thing that I use, but like if I on the inside am like panicking a little bit about like what to do when I'm talking to this potential client, I will say, like after they tell me like a little bit more about what's going on, I'll say like, okay, cool. Like I have definitely worked with patients, clients who have that kind of problem, and I have to go right now, so even if you don't, just say like, I have to run, I gotta go, I can't talk any further right now. But if it's okay with you, maybe we exchange numbers and I can give you a call tonight and we can talk through it a little bit more. And I would hope most people would be open to that. Then that way, like, it really helps you like not panic, not get tongue-tied, just asking for context, what's going on, and then basically saying like, hey, let's talk tonight. Would you be open to that? And I have some ideas that I'm happy to offer you. And then what I've done, what I do, and like why this is helpful is it gives you, time and space to come out of like personal time mode of working out or whatever it is you're doing and go into like leadership role, therapy role without having to like switch in like 1 second, because I know that that's definitely like a little bit difficult for me. So it gives you a little bit of space and time. And then you can also, go home, write out like a few questions that you want to ask them on the phone. And then when you go to call them, like you are composed, which I think this is kind of like a series now. Like I've talked about this on a couple of other live videos in this group, but I think it like purposely slows down like the sales process and the sales workflow, and just like really helps you not panic, and you maintain the authority in the conversation, and you can speak a lot clearer. You can have a clearer like experience talking to the person and really helping them like point them in the direction of like the best help, whether it's working with you or not. So, like, I use the example of at the gym because that's where I am most of the time, but like maybe it's at a party or like at your PRN job or like wherever it is. Like, you're somewhere where you were just like not in like practice owner mode or like new patient mode. Having this conversation, I think, can be helpful, and purposely slowing things down so that you can gather yourself and present yourself well. So that is it for this video. If you have any questions on like the sales process, how to do discovery calls, etc., feel free to drop a comment below, and I'll talk to you soon.